Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK, and I come on to show you the next part of the sequin wedding bouquet. And as you can see, I've stitched all the sequins on the back, and I've done the ribboning around the edge and also ribboned the handle. So I've been doing this all off of camera, and I've also finished the top of this bouquet. This isn't put together, so what we're going to do is put all this together. Okay, so I'm going to take the handle out. None of it's stuck together. Okay, I want to explain to you how I did this piece that goes on the back. So I just basically used some felt, a circle of felt, and sewed the sequins on. And I also stuck these pieces of ribbon around the edge. Okay, that's what I did. And to cover up, because I didn't really like the edge of the ribbon, I just sewn some sequins around near the edge of the ribbon so you can't see the edge of this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put this together. And what I thought we would do is we would stick this felt together and then bring the ribbon in around the edge. Okay, but first of all I want to show you the reason I've put this craft foam in. So I'm going to basically start sticking this on, but the reason why I did put this on was to make everything sit flat, because I tucked my sequins in and there was too much bulkiness around the edge. Okay, so I had to level it up in the middle. So I'm just going to stick this all on with hot glue, all this craft foam. So if you watch these videos, you'll know that the best thing to do if you don't want to do all this bit around the edge here, this bit that I'm showing you, is to don't take your sequins right to the edge, and then all you'll have is the felt, and you can cut that as short as you want. Okay, so I'm just going to see how that sits, and I think we need another piece like that. Okay, so it's just to level it out, basically, just to level out your the top of your bouquet so it all sits flat. So we're going to do that, and we're going to stick our handle inside like that. So in order to do that, we're just going to, you can ribbon all the way down if you want. I ran out of ribbon and thought, you know what, this will probably work like this. I just push it all the way in. Okay, so just, there we are, just pushing that right into the bouquet like that. Okay, so that's really stuck in there. So that's going to go on top, and that's going to go on top of that like that. Okay, like I showed you. So now the next thing we want to do is we want to, yeah, just making sure that's in there. Stick this on top of this any way you want, really, doesn't really matter which way. I've cut this hole smaller larger on this piece of felt. You might be able to see if I just bring that up. I've cut this hole bigger than the one underneath. Okay, just so that it was easier for me to place it on top. Okay, that's the only reason why. Okay, so I'm going to place that on there, and I'm going to put the glue. I'm hoping this will be all right with the hot glue, because I've never done it with hot glue before on felt, so not for something like this. So I'm just hoping that that won't affect anything underneath there. Okay, like I said, I have never done anything using this method before. Okay, now the sequins seem to be okay still. Okay, so these sequins I did exactly the same way as I did on the front of the bouquet. Some of these sequins are more round and flat than the original ones, but yeah, I did it exactly the same, and I thought, there's no point in me showing you again, so I didn't do that. So now what we want to do is we want to stick all this down, and I think the best way of doing that is to, so I think I'm just going to have to do it like this and just push it in like this all the way around the edge, and hopefully, I think that's on top, that one. Okay, because they're all underneath one another, it's going to be a little bit of a thing, but we're just going to stick, I'm not going to stick all of it, I'm just going to stick the first bit first. Let's put some glue yeah, because I wanted to see where the edge of the this was, where I was going to be sticking this. It's hard to explain, and I should have come back and showed you, but it would have been such a long project if I'd have done that. Okay, but I wanted to see where to sew these sequins up to, which is why I stuck it on first in the end. Okay, the ribbon that is I'm referring to. So just going to stick this down all the way round. Some more glue under that one. Okay, right. Mind your glue strings. Some glue under there like that. Okay. Thing is, it's not. It's a bit annoying because I've made these long. Okay, make these bits shorter, people. Okay, so you don't have to worry about sticking them down all the way around. Okay. So then what we're going to do is, now I've stuck all that on, it's all stuck down. What I'm gonna do is just push this onto my bouquet. Okay, and I'm going to turn that to where I want that to be on my bouquet, and I don't want too much of this front bit showing, so I'm just turning it so you can't see too much sticking out the back there, and not too much sticking out the front. And to be honest with you, it could be neater, it could be neater. So let's just turn that round a bit more. That might be better like that. So let's stick that on. So how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to basically just do how I do on my other bouquets and just glue it all down like this. Okay. Just try and get this glue right near to the middle of my. So we don't want this coming apart, so you need to really make sure you've got glue all over it, and so that no one can see any of your discrepancies inside your bouquet or anything like that. So stick all that down. Okay, so you can't see any of the glue or anything like that. Okay, and that is how you do it, people. So there we are. So that is your sequin wedding bouquet, and I am quite pleased with that. I really am. I'm quite pleased. And yes, okay, we do need to perhaps stick this inwards a little bit, okay, because we don't want to see underneath here. Okay, so let's stick this inwards a little bit because we don't want to see the glue or anything. Okay, there we are. Can you see how that really does work? So yes, it's not as tidy as it could be. It's the first time I've done it, so I hope you let me off for that, and I might come back and do it another time and do it more, you know, basically take the mistakes away, and the next time I do it, or perhaps you might like to do it and eliminate some of the mistakes I've made, you know, whilst I was making this bouquet. So you can sort of see how that's worked now, and what my idea was and stuff. So there we are. So like I said, I'm going to probably do some sequins around the edge to neaten that up. Okay, and that's your sequin wedding bouquet, people. So do let me know what you think about this project, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, and don't forget, if you do like this video, you can give me a like, give it a like underneath by pressing the like button, and you can also subscribe to this channel to get more videos just like this one. Okay then, I'm quite pleased with this. It could be tidier, but I'm quite pleased with the result. It's taken a long time, but it's worth it. Okay everybody, take care now. Bye bye for now.